All right, I'm here with Chuck D, Tone Ranger 58 on Instagram.
That's right, yeah.
Guitar player, audiophile, he does it all. And we're here at his house and we're checking out his amazing system here. A very familiar site, I will say, because we have the Vocale Soper 2s, we have the Moon 700i. This is the V1 though, right?
V1, yeah.
V1, okay.
Yeah.
And then the main rig here, we got the Shit Yggdrasil. Chuck, tell us about your system.
Yeah, that's the main part of the system, and then so the Vocale 2s, I've had those for probably 4 or 5 years now, and I've run some different integrated amps with them, and what I found with these speakers is the more you ratchet up the level of that front end, the better they perform for you. I don't think I've hit the capacity on these things yet of how well they'll perform. Started out with some nice Hegel equipment, and then had moved on to the Moon 700i. They're top of the line integrated, which is a true dual mono, and I think you did a review on the V2, right?
Yes, the V2.
Yeah. And as you found in your review, it's an amazing piece. It's incredibly accurate. It's fast. Everything you throw at it, it manages quite well. So. That matching up with the Sopras sounds great. I actually heard that combination first at Quintessence Audio and fell in love with it, so decided to just try and build on that over the years. So fortunate to have those. In addition to that, I have the Iggy, which is a really nice R2R ladder DAC. And the reason I purchased that one was because I really do enjoy the vinyl sound and the analog sound, and with a lot of things that I've read and had seen and heard, that DAC I think was going to deliver very well to bring that kind of sound through the system. So, and it does a very good job of that. So I was very pleased with it. In terms of sourcing, I use Tidal. I have a Cocktail Audio here that I stored all my CDs in. I also have a Electro Company CD 1-Up CD player. When that came out, that was the CD player I thought I would never be able to own, because the retail on that when it came out was $7,500, and I said I would never buy a $7,500 CD player. Waited a number of years, found a really super deal on it from a dealer who was trying to move it. And it's a very nice reference piece. I'm glad I have it, and it still sounds great. Just a wonderful CD player. And then also on the vinyl end, I have a Clear Audio Performance DC table. What is the AMG Teatro cartridge, and a fiber arm on it. Great sound and table for all the vinyl too. So overall, just a great system to listen to, tons of clarity, big sound, manages all the information extremely well. And Ray and I have been listening to everything from really nice, beautiful vocal pieces today, all the way to Bullet for My Valentine and some Megadeth, and it manages it all extremely well. So just a great system, and glad to have a friend like Ray come over and enjoy it with me, because you know how us audiophiles are. A lot of people don't get why we do all this, so it's good to have somebody come over and do it. So,
and you're a really big guitar player too. I mean, most of the content that I see on Instagram from you is mostly guitar content.
Yeah.
And I think you've been playing guitar a lot longer than you've been in the hi-fi, right?
You're right. I actually was looking today at when did I get into hi-fi, because I thought I might talk to you about that. 2011 was the first time I put a system together. And I remember it was a $2,500 system. It was a Dolly Icon Mark II speakers, which I still have in the living room. Sound great with the TV. And then I had a little Peach, I think it was called Peachtree. Peachtree Integrated,
Audio, yeah.
And I had their integrated, their first one that they came out in the market with. It was an 80 watt per channel. That was my first step in 2011.
Awesome. Was that a hybrid? Was it one of the ones that had like the little tube?
Had tube, yes.
Had the little tube one.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I do remember those peach trees.
So yeah, that was my first step in, and so yeah, my first taste of hi-fi audio was about $2,500, and it's kind of moved up a bit from there. But, but you know, it's been good. It's been a good building process over the last 10 years. And like Ray said, yeah, my main content on IG, and that is Tone Ranger 58. Lots of guitar content. I've been playing guitar for over 50, it's about 50 years now. So it's been a long time. And still play out live. Just did a festival last weekend, and all that good stuff. So that's about it.
Do you feel like having so much experience playing the guitar, like, brings out more ability for you to kind of decipher that, like, in the hi-fi world, or does it like that kind of skill translate over into like that listening skill as well?
Yeah, I think mostly I link it to the sound. And I'm very big on, if you look at my page, I have a lot of guitars, amplifiers, a lot of different things to recreate tones. That's why I kind of went with the Tone Ranger 58 name. These kind of systems allow you to really hear the tone from those albums and those sources where you're trying to duplicate that sound. And this is what really helps you, for me, to hone in on those sounds. So it really helps me on that front. And it's just so much enjoyable to listen to the music. So.
Awesome. Is there something like new that you've brought into the system recently that's really kind of changed the game for you? Is there anything on the horizon?
Well, you kind of look at things, I suppose, to invest in every now and then that you think you can get a good return out of. And the isoacoustic Gaia ones that I use for the platforms on the speakers, they're really, really good at what they do. They seem to really take the system and snap everything into place. Makes it, the sound sounds very, very deep and wide, and I think it was a great little tweak to put onto the system, because I don't really see me doing anything with the system, so that itself was pretty good. So I'd say anybody you can, check out those isoacoustics. They're pretty good.
Awesome. Well, Chuck, it's an amazing system. We've been listening to it for the better of an hour and a half now, and heard it before, and very similar to what I have at home. So
yeah,
it's always a pleasure to listen, and very cool room that you have as well. Gives it a little bit more open and airiness over my room, which is much smaller.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, these things will project very far for you if you have enough room out here. So the speakers, they've really performed extremely well. And I think before you actually bought yours, you came over and we hooked your stuff up to this, so you could really test it out. And that was a fun day. So.
Yeah, it was definitely an inspiration that solidified my choices there for sure.
You had to get them.
Yeah, I had to get them. It wasn't very long after that I was here that I ended up picking up the pair that I have now. So.
Yeah, and I love the color too. Those
the
blues
blue
are beautiful.
Great, yeah.
So.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Chuck. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out Tone Ranger 58 on Instagram. And this has been, I guess, the first in the subscriber feature series, maybe. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed, everyone.
Okay. Thanks, Ray.